most of the online atheists and ex-Muslims don't really engage with the Quran. They don't really pick it up and read it and try to study it and understand it. Instead, what they seem to do is go online, cherry pick some verses from here and there, and then build a straw man based on the cherry picking which they present to the world. And the reason they don't want to engage with the Quran, I really believe the fundamental reason is because they are afraid. They're petrified. They're scared of what the Quran has to say, the way the Quran understands them, understands their psychology, reads them. Because it's from their creator. It's from the creator of everyone and everything that exists. So obviously he's going to understand human nature better than human beings themselves. So when they, for example, come across verses in the Quran where God says, وَلَا تَكُونُوا كَالَّذِينَ نَسُوا اللَّهَ فَأَنْسَاهُمْ أَنفُسَهُم, this scares them because this reminds them of the state that they're in, where God says, and do not be like those who forgot God. But to be more specific, the word nasiya here is referring to a type of forgetting which is done deliberately. When one deliberately tries to turn away from something they know and forget about it. Not the type of forgetting that happens naturally or something you forget because something wasn't important to begin with. No, they are turning away from something that's obvious and is staring them in the face. And therefore they have to make a great effort to do this. So God says, do not be like those people who have turned away and tried to forget God in this way. And as a result, God made them forget themselves. They don't even realize who they are. And this is a challenge to that type of person because they have realized probably sitting there and reflecting upon their atheism and denial of God that I've turned away from God, but now I'm in a position where I can't make sense of some fundamental truths such as morality, ethics, rationality, meaning. What's the ultimate meaning of life? Well, there isn't any on atheism. So they understand this, and when they read these verses, it really agitates them. When God says, for example, بَلْ لَا يُوقِنُونَ, after asking some profound questions in the Quran to these people and all of us, or were they created from nothing? Or were they the creators of themselves? Or even better, let's step it up another notch. Or were they the creators of the heavens and the earth? But rather, they are not certain. Or to be more specific here, rather they do not want to be certain. When they read these verses, they agitate them. See, the Quran is in a way like a furnace for the soul. You know, it's a blessing from God because it helps us strip away those layers of arrogance and pride that we have wrapped ourselves with, and that these atheists and ex-Muslims online have wrapped themselves with. But they don't want to be unraveled. They don't want to acknowledge the truth. They're happy in their heedlessness. But when they read the Quran, if they were to read the Quran, it will really challenge their state, and they don't want that to happen. Hence, they choose to just play games, cherry pick verses, tear up the Quran online and throw it around and act like children. But they're not achieving anything. They're not going to gain anything. And they will regret this on the Day of Judgment. So, my advice to these individuals is, grow up and really think about where you're going after this life. And therefore, at the very least, if you're going to be speaking about Islam and the Quran, study it properly, right? Study it properly. And for those that may be watching these individuals, the non-Muslims who may be honestly and genuinely inquiring and looking into the bigger questions of life, don't take these guys seriously. Go to reputable sources. Ask a Muslim if you want to know about Islam. Find out about Islam from genuine sources. And those Muslims that may be watching these fools online, just ignore them. They're not worth your time. And let's occupy our time with doing something better. So with that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell. And until next time, take care.